excelled in some big parts of the game that let you kind of keep them at arm's length? Talk about their effort.
Well, I'm proud of our defense. We've worked hard as a staff, as players, to try to correct some issues we had last year. And, our players have continued to get bigger in the weight room and get stronger and study film and work in practice on different ways to stop different things. Our staff has put a lot of time into it. And, like you said, the numbers aren't great. But I thought they played well and stopped them in key times, held them early on in order to give us a lead. And against that team, it's important to get a lead. They're very exotic on third down, their blitzes. And if they would have had the lead, it would maybe been a different story. So very proud of their effort. And while we still got a ways to go, I think our players are better prepared. They're bigger and stronger. They've got a little more confidence. And we just got to keep working to get them better. Well, our philosophy sometimes now against spread is you either need to drop a lot to play the pass, or you need to blitz more than they can block. And we probably dropped a lot today. And then I was a little disappointed. I thought we had some sacks in there. We could have got him, and we let him escape, which is unfortunate. So we maybe could have done a few different things different and changed some looks up. I think they got to some of our looks a little bit. But we had a plan going in. We tried to stick to it. It worked well early on. They caught wind of it a little bit, and then they made some plays. But, overall, I'm happy with the way the defense played. Well, what I talk about right now is in 2 games he has 0 interceptions. And, to us, that's 2 good defensive football teams. The first game, we weren't in a great rhythm, and he could have tried to do too much, and he didn't. He stayed within himself. He's matured as a quarterback. We've talked all offseason about, hey, you may get some good numbers sometimes, you may not. But what you're going to need to do is help us win the game, regardless of what it is. And by him not turning it over, that's why we won the game again. And I know it's very cliche, but, when you have no turnovers and interceptions and you have the ability to score or a field goal or a punt, with our team, we need every opportunity we can get to win. And I think our guys know that. Every one of our games is proven to go down to the wire, and that's what makes it fun to watch and fun to play in. But tremendous job of making good decisions, getting the ball out of his hand, driving it up the field at times as well, making big throws. It wasn't like it was dink and dunk. He made some big throws as well, but definitely took care of the ball and made good decisions. Well, that's what we've improved upon, and that's what we talk about a lot amongst ourselves, is we were a bad second-half team last year. Stats prove it. The results prove it. And we wanted to work hard at having a better plan in the second half as a staff, our players understanding that we've got to play our tail off in the second half even harder. And normally in the second half, the team that plays the hardest and believes in themselves the most normally is going to come out on top. So I think our guys have really improved upon that. And really to win 2 games where we came out in the second half and played pretty good is good to see from our team. Well, we're going to need a lot of guys to step up there. Leon's a guy that's really irreplaceable. So I think DeAndre Furby, we like him. It's unfortunate he had surgery last year, missed all spring, missed a lot of summer. We gave him all the time in the world to get it healed, his foot, and it's healed. And I think he's a big, strong runner, has some of the abilities of Leon, not quite as fast and maybe quite at that level yet, but has some promise. And the thing I like about him is, he was Mr. Football at Tennessee. I thought he'd come in and maybe not work as hard as we would want, and he's the exact opposite. He works his tail off. He goes hard. He battles. He fights. He loves the game of football. He's got the perfect attitude that we like to see on this team, so I was proud of the performance he made. But, he can't do it all either. We brought in Anthony Davis, who's a transfer from Indiana, stepped in, gave us a couple good runs, and we'll probably have to get a few more ready. Hopefully Ace eventually will get back, and we may have to get another running back ready too to spread the wealth. But to replace Leon is going to be hard to do, but I think we got guys that will try to work hard to do that. Well, personally, if I was just coaching offense, yes, I would move Joe Brown back. But as the head coach, I knew all along the guy could help us on defense. And he's a battler. He's a competitor. He's really helped our defense. I mean, he makes plays. He goes hard. He's smart. He's got a good knack for the ball. He's one of our better defensive players. So if I was the offensive coordinator, I would say, heck yeah, we want him back. But I think he's doing a great job where he is. We've got to get the other guys ready. Well, he's Mr. Reliable. I mean, it was a tremendous job by him. He's consistent. He makes kicks when we need him. And then we tried a long one at half, which normally is a little bit out of his distance. He put it right in there. There were some situations where, especially at the end, where they're going to try to block it. Our front up there did a good job at protecting and giving us a chance to put it in there. But really, our special teams has played well. And we knew in order to win these last two games, we had to play good in all three segments, and offense, defense, special teams, and we had to be able to pick each other up. But our special teams gave a great effort today. The kick return was huge. The field goals were huge, and recovering the kick, and the other one that went out of bounds, that was big. So complete team effort, and I think our team knows that that has to happen for us to win. Well, you know what? We snuck in a run down close and got called back again. So, unfortunately, we had a lot of penalties there at the end that hurt us. And then we were going to try a field goal, but it seemed like they kept marking the thing off even farther than we thought. So once we realized how far it was, we were thinking about trying it. But we remember the Alabama game last year, and when they took their safety back a little bit farther and he was going to return it, we wanted to just let the clock run out and not try to attempt it. But if he wasn't back there, we were going to give it a shot. And we work on covering on a field goal. We have a certain name for it, so we called that out. But as soon as they put a returner back, we wanted to nullify that try and just move on and go to the second half. But it was, a lot of screaming and hollering to figure it out there to the last minute. You know what? I told our team, we love our schedule. We got a chance to play an SEC team. Second game, we get a chance to play the West champion in our division that's extremely good. And now we get to go play a Big Ten team. So as players, you can't ask for anything more. I think our fans love it. As coaches, we know we got to prepare in order to win. And it's going to be tough. We played an Illinois team last year and didn't win, and now we got to go to Indiana, and they've got a good quarterback, and trust me, they'll be hungry and ready to go, and we'll have to play good to win again. So it'll be one of those. But, that's how you measure yourself every week. So we're looking forward to it, and, we say all the time it's a one-game season, and now we're moving on after we enjoy this to Indiana, and all we can do is try to win that one. I'm sorry? Oh. Okay, thank you, guys.